Okay, so I'm wondering, has the pandemic made you think about pivoting your career or maybe even quitting where you work right now? So LinkedIn recently conducted a survey and they found that while many workers want to find a new job or move up the ranks, they're not really sure how to do it. In fact, many polled told LinkedIn that they are afraid or overwhelmed at actually taking the leap. So how can you do it? Joining us this morning, LinkedIn career expert, friend of Good Day New York, Andrew McCaskill, back with some answers this morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? It's great to be in studio with you.
I know. The last time I think we were Zooming, right?
We were Zooming.
All
Yes,
right. Well,
yes.
it's nice to have you in person. So, Andrew, you know, at the beginning when people were starting to trickle into work, we heard a lot of people saying, I'm going to resign.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do something else. Is it the Great Resignation?
It's more the great reshuffle. People are not just resigning and going home. They still have bills to pay. What we're seeing is that job transitions are up 50% year over year, and it's happening fast, right? People are moving on to new opportunities, and we're seeing that a lot more. The thing that I think is really important is that so many people during the pandemic said, I don't want to work the same way that I've been working, or I don't want to do the same job that I've been doing. People aren't just rethinking what they're doing, what they want to do, or where they want to do it. They're rethinking why they want to work.
So are they quitting or are they just changing jobs?
They're changing jobs. They're changing jobs, and they're looking for more fulfillment. They really are trying to figure out, how do I work in a way that works well for me, my family, and what I want to do long term? Does this job match up with my values? People are asking themselves questions about work that they've never asked before.
So what age group are we looking at? Because I heard like the millennials, you know, everybody's talking about them being, you know.
Everybody thinks that it's all about young people wanting to job jump.
Snowflakes, they, you know, they can't go outside in the rain, and
It's not
they're
just
afraid of the pandemic, but they'll go to their neighborhood bar and party with their friends. You know, is it that age group?
No, it's not just a one age group. It's not just millennials. It really is across the board. And part of that, what we learned in that survey is that, yes, people are thinking about job transitions, but there are a lot of folks who still have a little bit of a trepidation about it. They're a little intimidated about making that shift. And it's the Delta variant. It threw us all for a loop. We thought we were seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's also about just fear of making a move at whatever point you are in your career. And it's also about, do my skills match up with the work that I really want to do? And so we're trying to figure out ways to help people get over those fears.
Okay, so give us some points on how to make that less intimidating.
Sure. The first thing, skills, skills, skills. Start with your skill set, the things that you do better than you think anyone else.
Which is what, really like I'm a great writer.
I'm a great writer. I'm a great project manager. I can manage a budget like nobody's business. Those are the things that you start to look at. What am I really good at, right? Identify what those things are. But then think about, how do they transfer to other industries and other jobs? The second thing they should do is, you've now identified your skills. How do I build a new skill? How do I take an online course or take some online training? LinkedIn is opening up a whole set of LinkedIn learning courses for free throughout the month of November, where you can go in and start to figure out, how do I make a job transition in this great reshuffle? I would say the other thing that people need to do is figure out what it is that you really want. Be intentional. We're hearing from recruiters that people are applying for 4 or 5 jobs at the same company, just sort of throwing it out there to see what sticks against the wall. That is not the way to get a job. Absolutely not.
So they can figure that out in HR that you've applied for 4?
Absolutely. So you got to be intentional. Think about, what are the jobs that you really want to do? How do you want to work? And then look at how you match up that skill, that list, to the job openings that are out there. You can look at things like, for us, it's our open to work feature. You can go in and privately signal to recruiters, these are the job titles that I'm looking for, these are geographies of where I want to work, and also, I want hybrid work, or I want flexible work, or I want a full-on, all-remote job. We've got filters inside the system that allow you to turn that on, privately signal to recruiters exactly what you're looking for.
So tell me again where you can find that tab, because you know, I want to be very helpful to people.
Oh yeah, it's open to work on the link, and you can click, you can turn it on, and we've got job alerts as well. That allows you the opportunity to look for a job while you're at work, while you're sleeping, while you're eating. You can go in, fill out the profile on job alerts of exactly the type of work you're looking for, and the system and algorithm will send you pings and alerts when job opportunities that match what you're looking for are open.
So Andrew, you know, I know people who are using LinkedIn to get jobs, and some of them, they felt like there were postings on LinkedIn that there was no job. They were doing it, the company was doing it for whatever legal reasons. They already had hired somebody, and they had to put it up for 30 days for legal reasons. How do you decipher whether you're wasting your time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think some of the companies that you're looking for, I would say really think about, where do I want to work? Most of the companies that are reputable, do some research, right, on the company. A lot of companies that are really reputable are not going to be playing tricks like that and playing games like that.
But it happens, right?
I'm sure it does, right? But I do think that doing your research and talking to people who are actually working at some of those companies, find their profiles, introduce yourself, say, hey, what's your experience like here, right? A person is 7 times more likely to get a job at a company if they know someone at that company. So think about it like that too. It's like, you've got to be really strategic about this entire thing. I would say, finally too, find a mentor. We saw in our survey that over half of Americans have never had a mentor in their careers, ever. And so I would say, reach out to someone, be intentional again, reach out to someone who's doing the type of work that you're really interested in, and let them know, hey, I've been following your career, I admire what you do, I'd love to have a conversation with you about what you've done to break through in your industry. Maybe a virtual coffee. You'd be so surprised at how many people will get that ping on a platform like LinkedIn and say, absolutely, I'd love to talk to you.
This is such great practical advice. Hopefully it's going to help somebody.
I hope so.
Yeah, right? Andrew, it's always great talking to you. LinkedIn is doing well these days, right?
It is. Right now, every day, 6,000 people get a job on our platform.
What?
Every 15 seconds, somebody's getting a job on LinkedIn.
So are you finding you have more jobs than applicants? What's the story?
We are. We have so many open roles, and companies are coming to us incessantly with open roles.
What fields?
So there are a lot of fields that are counterintuitive sometimes too, because a lot of people are looking for remote only jobs, and so now that's really hot. So you have people that are looking for everything from data entry to people who are looking for web technicians, but tech is really, really hot. People who can code, people who have any tech skills, and those are skills that you don't have to go to a 4-year university to get. There are a lot of certificate programs that are out there. I would say tech is so hot right now, it's unbelievable, because we are used to being able to do that work remotely, and now we're in all remote environments. If you're in a Hattiesburg, Mississippi, or a Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you can still get a big tech job, a Silicon Valley job, because so much of work is remote now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andrew, always terrific to talk to you.
So great to be here.
Full of information from LinkedIn. Thank you so much,
Thanks for
Andrew
having me.
McCaskill.